What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a very special episode. We're going to be talking about, is it okay to underprice your products or services? Let's go. When is it okay to underprice your products or services? Now, when I say underprice, I'll talk a little bit about that. When I say underprice, I mean obviously for most industries, services, products, there's usually, unless you have something completely revolutionary, completely new, there's something usually that you're able to compare it to and analyze depending on what industry, like I said, or product, etc. you're going into. But anyway, there's usually like a common, whether it's price or like a kind of like an average cost of whatever it is that you're going to offer. Especially nowadays, there's not really that many new things. You could come up with something that's innovative, but a lot of times there's something you can compare it to. So when I say underpriced, it's going to be compared to that. So if the average price for a car detail is, $150, also it depends, goes by areas, zones, states, countries, etc. So it's going to vary. That's why there's no really set price. It's going to be underpriced compared to your demographics and supply and demand, etc. So let's go. Some people think it's okay to underprice products or services when you are starting a business, you're starting from completely new, complete scratch. I'm not saying you're starting into a business that you already have a lot of experience to, or you bought a business. This is everything's from scratch. You are just starting. The business is brand new, and this is completely new to you. And a lot of people think that it's okay to underprice your products and services with this. And I would say that this is debatable. A lot of people argue about this. I myself am one to do a lot of things when I start a business, slightly, especially in the beginning, not now too much, but in the beginning, I would price everything slightly lower, but I would let people know that it was at a discount because we were opening. So for example, if I had a sign company, which I did, and I'm selling a banner for $500, I would let people know that the actual price of that banner was $800, but I'm only selling for $500 because I'm trying to get people to know our process, to know our product, to deal with the customer service. So then we could build trust and have a relationship from there. But it was known, I would let the customers know that it is at a discount because of that. I would never just say price just because, we're new, so we don't have no experience. No, it was because I made sure that I explained why it was at a discount. It was because of an opening just for them to try it out. Now, that brings me to my next point. A lot of people think that you should lower your prices for all new customers, right? And that's something that, again, a lot of people say you should do. I believe that you shouldn't do that. If you're, let's say, in business for a long time and a new customer comes in the door and you have a product or service that's $1,000 and you give it to them for $200, this customer now is going to expect that price from you from there on out. And that's bad because now you started a relationship because of your pricing and not because of the value, not because of somebody recommended you, or not because they trust you. You started specifically based on price, which is probably the worst way you could start a relationship in business, right? In the beginning, you might be able to do that, and that might seem like the right thing to do, but I can promise you that it's still not the right thing to do, even if you're just starting out. And this is just, I know it might seem confusing because I'm saying that in the beginning, maybe you should, but not with a new customer. But that is, like I said, in the beginning of a business, you are explaining to every single person, the price is $800, but I'm giving it to you for $500 because we just opened. It's not individual where if a customer comes in, because you're a new customer, we're gonna charge you 50% off. I don't believe in that personally. I don't think it works. I also am speaking from experience of different businesses, different industries, People just tend to want more and more of that. Even when I had a restaurant and I would offer things for first-time customers at 50% off, a lot of times people will come and they would just never come, because those kind of people usually will go on to another restaurant and try to get 50% off their first meal and then go to another restaurant. And honestly, you will never run out of restaurants if you really keep looking that have these kind of deals. So it doesn't make sense to compete in that way. Actually, let me take my AirPods out because I'm not using them. So that's another one that a lot of people talk about. Now, another reason why you may want to lower your prices, or you think it's a good idea, could be because now you have an edge in your industry. So I'll give an example. So let's say we have this bike, right? You make these bikes, and there's a lot of places that make these bikes. And the price for this bike is $20, because with all the pieces, adds up to $5, and then to make it and everything is $10, so you sell it for $20, right? I think that's what I said. So $20 costs you to make $10, so you make 100% on it. Now, if you were to find a place where you get the parts for cheaper and the labor for cheaper, because of something that you have worked on and researched throughout the years, you're importing the plastic or the metal pieces from China, and now you have another manufacturer that could do more volume, etc. Now it costs you $5, and now you have a competitive advantage in your industry. Then it might make sense with a product to do that, because you're getting it for $5, so now you can make 150% and still sell it for less than $20. Basically, you can make 200% and sell it for $10. Now you're selling it at 50% of what you were selling before. Hopefully I'm not throwing too many numbers, confusing myself sometimes, but I am very quick with numbers, and I love numbers. Anyway, so yes, so if you have a competitive edge, if you have any kind of edge in your industry, you get parts for cheaper, you created a new innovative way to make something and the price goes down, it might make sense to lower your price if that's something you choose to do so. And I think that's probably the only really reasonable, or like the only reason why you should lower your prices at that point. But I also don't feel like that works when it comes to a service. For example, if you offer a service like coaching, or let's say I coach soccer to somebody, and just because of all the experience that I have, it takes me now 4 weeks to coach something that it takes other coaches 10 weeks, 20 weeks, 30 weeks. Just because I found a way for that process to take less, or because with the knowledge that I have, it takes less time to get somebody to the same level that somebody else takes 10, 20 weeks, it doesn't mean that I should charge less. If anything, it means that I should charge more, because now I'm saving my clients. In a service, you're usually saving clients time, which is very important. And that is worth money on its own. If you can get somebody results in 3 days that other people take 3 months, you should be getting paid more, not less. So make sure that you know the type of industry that you're in, the type of product, if you have a product, what kind of product that you have, and difference between a service and a product, because those are two different types of businesses. And I'm in both, so I usually have to make that shift as to I can't approach every business the same when it comes to those things. There's other things that you can approach business the same, but not in this way, not as far as pricing. So make sure you are paying attention to that and considering that when you are talking about pricing. But the biggest point of this video, right, like any other video and what I preach about all the time, is that at the end of the day, it's your business, right? So the reason why you started a business is because you want to do whatever you want to do, right? You want the freedom. I'm pretty sure usually it's freedom, money. Biggest two reasons why people start businesses: flexibility, part of freedom. So it's your choice, right? You get to choose what you do, whether you want to underprice or overprice, doesn't matter. But just the whole point of this is that you should do it informed, right? If you underprice just for the hell of it, like if you just, a lot of people, I hear so many people saying, I'm going to go into this industry and I'm just going to charge. I'm going to just undercut everybody, charge half. for no reason. They don't know why they're undercharging. They're just saying they're undercharging. You're doing a disservice to your business, to yourself, and to the industry. And that's why a lot of businesses or competitors, other business owners get upset when people do that, come into an industry that they're new, and they just go and undercut everybody. Undercutting is a lot different from underpricing, right? There's a lot of reasons why you can underprice. Undercutting is just you doing the same type of service as somebody else, same time, same everything, for less money, just because, right? And a lot of people do it just because. Again, it's up to you what you do. You know, you get the choice. You know, I'm a big believer in that. You know, you do whatever you want to do. My goal is just to give the information that I have, make conversations happen, bring up these, you know, some of these cool opinions, facts, cool to me. I don't know if to you guys, but I think that the more informed you are, the better decisions you can make moving forward with your business. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys got some information and maybe, you know, started thinking about some stuff. Maybe this is a video that can inspire you or motivate you to actually start digging down to why do you charge what you charge, you know, like a lot of people ask me sometimes, like, why are you more expensive? And being expensive is also relative, you know, like I'm sometimes saying, well, first of all, I'm not expensive. There's people that are charging 50 times what I charge, but I do charge what I charge because of this, you know, and I don't even have to really explain, but I'm just so comfortable with what I offer that I'm able to charge whatever it is. Usually, and most of my business is because obviously the experience to the trust. People just, when they talk to me, they know they can trust me because, again, the experience and my reputation, right? If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And when it comes to a service specifically, the way you take your customers through, you know, that's very important. And that's something that, you know, if you go somewhere else, you're going to have a really hard time going through that whole process as a customer. When you come into any of my businesses, it's going to be a lot smoother, and we're going to make sure as somebody's responsible throughout that whole entire way, which in a lot of businesses, you know, it's a lot of flakes, and it's just completely different. So yeah, maybe it just sparks up something in you to, you know, start digging down deep why you're charging what you're charging. You know, like how much of your gross revenue is payroll, how much is, you know, like employee salaries, how much is the actual product or the actual service, the cost of goods, how much is going on advertising, how much is going on, you know, your fixed costs, rent, you know, electric, internet, etc. And then how much is it actually profit? How much are you actually profiting? Because if you're not profiting, let me tell you something, it's going to be a struggle for you and your business unless you have a plan for the future. So yeah, sorry guys for making this video longer than I expected, but I feel like that's information that everybody needs, information that sometimes, like it took me a while to even process or think about in the beginning. In the beginning, you just want to charge whatever you think it's fair, and that's it. Never think about it again. And you're like, okay, I'm either making money or not making money. Well, let me tell you, maybe you should work backwards. Think about your goal and then start working backwards as to how much I need to spend on each thing, and go from there. All right, I'm not gonna make this video any longer than that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure, please, if you got any value out of this, like the video. Literally takes 0.5 seconds, and comment whatever you want to hear on next video, or whatever you want to hear me talk about or break something down. And yeah, make sure you are subscribed if you are watching. I've been at 50 subscribers for a little bit now, so I need a couple more. And then that's it. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one.